Morning.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, Gimo. Good morning, colleagues. Good morning, Mr. Monchu. It seems your members are yet to join. Hope they are.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I hope I am audible.
Yeah, Cynthia, we can't hear you clearly. Hey.
Having any issues?
Your line is breaking.
Cynthia seems to be having connection challenges. Mr. Monchu, if you could let us know when we can start.
Okay, thank you so much. I think we can start in the next 2 minutes or so. I'm just also trying to contact some of my colleagues to just alert them to join in. I think at this point in time, we can start. Thank you.
Just checking if Cynthia is not on the call. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies, Cynthia, I think, is having challenges. She's supposed to be our moderator, so in her absence, I will take over and just welcome you all to today's webinar. Thanks a lot for joining. We're organizing this webinar in collaboration with the South African Local Governments Association, and generally the objective is to mobilize participation for the Intra-Africa Trade Fair as well as the AfSNET Investment Conference. So for today's webinar, it'll be about an hour and 15 minutes long. But in terms of our lineup for our program, we'll have welcome introduction by our Director for Trade Facilitation and Investment Promotion, Dr. Gain Muzanamwe. And then we'll have some brief remarks from the South African Local Governments Association. And Ms. Janice Costa will also take us through the Intra-Africa Trade Fair, its verticals, and then I'll make some brief background on the AfSNET initiative and basically make a call for the members on the call to participate. and then we'll end with a question and answer session. On this note, I'd like to hand over to our director, Dr. Gamo Zamnamwe, our Director for Trade Facilitation and Investment Promotion, to just make the welcome remarks.
Thank you very much, Matimba. Good morning, everybody. Can you confirm, Matimba, that you can hear me?
The line is breaking a bit, but we can see you clearly.
But can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Thank you very much. This is a very important meeting, and I would like to start by acknowledging the organizers of this event. We've been working very hard, especially under the leadership of Mr. Gwala and his colleague. And at Afrexim Bank, we have always maintained the view that for Africa to be fully emancipated economically, we need to take our products and initiatives to the local level. And yes, we've been working with the national governments, we've been working with the provinces, but we realize that unless we take our interventions, our products, our initiatives to the local level where real people live, we will not be able to make a dent in our quest to transform the continent. Hence, we decided to launch the African Sub-Sovereigns Network Conference, and the first one actually was held in South Africa, in Durban, on the sidelines of the Intra-African Trade Fair, which took place in Durban in 2021. And that's when this important initiative was born. And I'm pleased to note that since then, we have been organizing the African Sub-Sovereigns Network conferences on an annual basis, and they have actually been bringing all the key players from various African countries that have sub-sovereigns or states or provinces or municipalities as well as counties in Kenya to really focus on how they could collaborate on trade and investment, on cultural initiatives. We've been trying to foster and promote cultural exchanges, people-to-people engagement. If you speak to one person, even in your own country, from another province, from another municipality, you will actually learn some of the things that they are doing very well to actually promote trade and investment, culture, creative economy, etc. So we decided now to scale that, not only to facilitate these engagements inside one country, but we are now looking at, for example, a municipality in under the province of it could be in Gauteng, it could be in KwaZulu-Natal, it could be in Eastern Cape, Ekapa, it could be in Northern Province. You can then interact with your counterparties in Nigeria, in probably it could be in Lagos State, which is the biggest, and they've got also the biggest municipalities. You could be interacting with some players in Kaduna State, Imo State in Nigeria, or Kisumu State in county, and exchange trade and investment opportunities at that level, at that local level. And we felt that this will be a good opportunity to actually facilitate and promote intra-African trade under the AfCFTA. What we are trying to do is to take the AfCFTA agreement from the 40,000 miles where it is to the ground and break it down and ensure that people can actually understand what the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement is trying to achieve. What does it mean, not only for the people at the national government, not only for the big companies in the private sector, but also for the small and medium enterprises at the local level? We want the smallholder farmers who may not have the capacity to digest all the complex information about the AfCFTA to be able to sorry, I don't know whether you can still hear me, Matimba. I got cut off.
Now we can see you and hear you. We had lost you for a bit, yes.
Okay, I was now about to conclude. I was just saying that we are now bringing the AfCFTA to the local that will promote trade and investment at the local level. We believe that it's possible for somebody at the local level to be able to find an opportunity construction opportunities. We need to actually make available trade and investment opportunities to the people at the local level. So this is what we are trying to do with this AfSNET, and I would like to urge all the participants at the various local governments in South Africa to come and participate in the Intra-African Trade Fair, which is taking place here in Algeria, where I am speaking from 4 to 10 September. And we have been working with the government of Algeria. There is commitment at the highest level. The president of Algeria has basically declared that the IATF this year will be the best of the best. And we actually have more than 8 heads of states that have confirmed, and the private sector have confirmed, the high-level top private sector companies as well as the small and medium enterprises. They've confirmed they'll be coming to showcase their projects where they want to attract investment. They will be showcasing their tourism, cultural opportunities. So I'd like to take this opportunity to invite all the participants from various municipalities in South Africa, local governments, as well as the provinces to come to the IATF in huge numbers with your projects, with the transactions that you want us to look at. And that is actually the platform that we have. IATF will then be able to provide you with the buyers, with the investors, with the market opportunities where you can actually export your products. That is basically what we are trying to do. So thank you very much, and I wish you fruitful deliberations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gilmore, for setting such a strong foundation for our discussions today. And before I continue, let me introduce myself. I'm Cynthia Chikukere. I'm an assistant manager in the Trade Facilitation and Investment Promotion Department. Mr. Gilmore, we must have heard, is the Director of Trade Facilitation and Investment Promotion at Afreximbank. He is a seasoned leader in designing and implementing trade facilitation frameworks, and he has spearheaded numerous initiatives that strengthens Africa's trade capacity. Thank you once again, Mr. Gilmore. Thank you for reminding us of the vital role that Afreximbank plays in supporting sub-national economy. Now we will hear from Mr. Mchunu. Sorry. I didn't pronounce it very well. Mr. for economic development of experience in local government, having served in roles that span development planning, human settlements, and economic developments, with a master's in of local governance dynamics. Mr. Mchunu. Please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. I hope you are able to hear me clearly on your side.
Confirming that we can hear you clearly.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
so
I can
much.
hear you. I can hear you. Yes.
Thank you. Let me first take this opportunity on behalf of the South African Local Government Association, which is an association of all municipalities in the country, to really express our sincere appreciation for this opportunity. I mean, all of us know that at this point in time, there's a seismic shift in terms of multilateral trade relations globally. So with the African Continental Free Trade Area, it is an opportune moment for us to really realign our thinking in terms of how we trade within the continent. We know that in other trading blocks globally, there is much more intra-trade that is taking place. But on the African continent, it is significantly lower. And this African free trade area does offer us an opportunity to really try and improve the share of goods and services that are traded within the continent. And the African sub-sovereign network, again, allows us as local and regional governments to really create these networks and ensure that we can facilitate trade amongst ourselves. So as SALGA, over the past, since the announcement of the AfCFTA, we have been heavily involved with our municipalities in terms of engaging in AfCFTA dialogues, and with the primary objective of ensuring that our members are better positioned to take charge and really, take advantage of the many opportunities that are going to be brought about by the AfCFTA. Because we know that ultimately, everything, happens at a local government level. So for municipalities, they're the ones who create an enabling business climate for AfCFTA. For the AfCFTA to thrive, we need the right infrastructure. We need to ensure that we lower the barriers insofar as regulations are concerned. So we have to create the most fertile environment for trade, basically to be possible. So while the AfCFTA may be negotiated at a macro level, the actual execution takes place physically within a municipal environment. And this is why, for us, we believe that local governments are so pivotal in the execution of the AfCFTA. And again, this kind of the Intra-Africa Trade Fair is a unique opportunity really for our municipalities, investment agencies, provinces, to really also be able to be in a position to network and try and build and solidify those partnerships, of course, that are going to go a long way in terms of bringing about investment, into our areas. And again, for us, at the core is infrastructure, because we know that that's one of the major shortcomings on the continent, where our infrastructure has remained relatively underdeveloped, and this makes intra-Africa trade both slow and expensive. And again, through inter-regional, inter-municipal cooperation, we can build the right infrastructure at the right scale to ensure that we can facilitate trade across borders. So that's basically the message that we've been communicating with our municipalities. Ultimately, what we've been trying to send out to our members is that as local government, we are the bedrock of the South African economy and the very epicenter of the AfCFTA, because again, to my earlier point, everything has to manifest at a local government level, at a municipal level, where this investment must actually find expression. And hence, for us, municipalities are so central in terms of cultivating an enabling environment for the African continental free trade area. Because again, with the AfCFTA, with the lowering of barriers, we will see businesses moving from investing in South Africa, from Cairo, from Lagos, from Kinshasa and other cities globally, and the same, of course, for our own businesses. So we'll see much, more movement of these goods and services and investments across the different borders. So we have to create a level of awareness amongst our municipalities as to what are some of the opportunities that are out there, and also how best we can basically leverage them. And also for our municipalities, we firmly believe that we have to focus, put a lot of our attention on some of the pull factors with respect to business climate improvement. So we know that when it comes to investment attraction, retention, we've got pull and push factors. So some of the pull factors could, for instance, around political stability, seamless process, deregulation, for instance, and much more streamlined processes around business attraction and retention. And the converse of that, of course, will be the push factors, where there's political instability, where there's red tape and high barriers to entry and so forth. So we're trying to really try, and have these reforms around business climate improvement, including setting up one-stop shops, whether provincially or in municipalities, that are going to really streamline processes and make it really easy for businesses to come and invest in our municipalities. So in closing, I think the message really is that municipalities are the front line of AfCFTA implementation. And also we are of the view that it is the local businesses that are really going to drive intra-continental trade, and also issues pertaining to infrastructure, regulation, and investment facilitation are largely within the purview of local governments, and which is why really municipalities should be front and center in this conversation of the African continental free trade area. And with that, thank you so much. And thanks again for the invite, and to all the attendees. We are really looking forward to a meaningful conversation on this topic. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Monchu, for those opening remarks. At this juncture, we'll just invite Ms. Janice Costa to just give the presentation on the Intra-African Trade Fair.
Thank you. You are going to share the past files.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everybody. I'm just going to, my name is Janice Costa. I'm from the Intra-Africa Trade Fair Department. I'm just going to share a video with you before I speak. Thank you.
Get ready for the 4th Intra-African Trade Fair in the People's Republic of Algeria. Africa's premier trade and investment event is presented by the African Export-Import Bank, Afrexim Bank, the African Union Commission, and the AfCFTA Secretariat. Join us from September the 4th to the 10th, 2025 to access more opportunities for trade, partnerships, and possibilities across Africa. With over 2,000 exhibitors, 35,000 plus attendees from 100 140 plus countries and the potential to generate $44 billion in trade and investment opportunities, this edition is set to be a game changer. Access more trade. Showcase your products and services in our customized pavilions, designed to connect you with sponsors, investors, partners, and decision makers from business, government, the diaspora, the Caribbean, and the rest of the world. Whether you're a seasoned player or a startup, IATF 2025 opens doors to more connections, collaborations, and growth. Over 7 exciting days, you'll be inspired by distinguished leading speakers from Africa and around the globe and gain valuable insights into the content.
Yes, Janice, please proceed.
Noted. Thank you so much. Apologies for that video. I wanted you to see it until the end, but that is not to worry. So the Intra-Africa Trade Fair, I just want to give you some fun facts about it. As you know, that this is not a very new construct. It was founded many years ago. Our founding fathers of the organization, Unity, the OAU, demanded for a more robust intra-Africa trade by means of trade fairs and exhibitions. The goal resulted in the All Africa Trade Fair in Kenya in 1972, an ambitious project which unfortunately lacked financial framework. So let's fast forward 50 years later, and thanks to the Intra-Africa Trade Fair initiated by AfSNET Bank in collaboration with the African Union, the AfCFTA Secretariat, that goal has now been realized, driven by actual business development, market expansion. IATF has been Africa's premier trade and investment platform since its established in 2018. Held every 2 years, IATF features a multi-sectorial exhibition, a high-level conference, as well as 9 other key verticals. It plays a key role in advancing intra-Africa trade, extra-Africa trade, and industrialization, supporting the objectives of the AfCFTA by facilitating market access, knowledge sharing, and deal-making across key sectors. This year, the IATF will take place in Algiers, as Dr. Zanamwe said, in Algeria from the 4th to the 10th September, and we will be hosted by the People's Democratic Republic of Algeria. So beyond trade, IATF fosters innovation, cultural exchange, regional integration. We position it as Africa's global economic powerhouse. IATF serves as a gateway to new opportunities, with billions of dollars in trade and investment deals concluded during each edition. IATF has a successful journey. Putting the numbers into perspective, we've had over $100 billion in trade and investment deals, over 70,000 visitors across the 3 editions. In 2025, we project that we're going to have deals to $44 billion, but beyond figures, IATF is more than a trade fair. It's a marketplace, a launch pad for Africa, the Caribbean, and the diasporan companies, and a magnet for innovation, culture, and industry influence. At IATF, you may participate in various ways. You may participate as an exhibitor. The trade exhibition vertical is where we have our IATF exhibition, and IATF provides an opportunity for you to showcase your goods and services. It does not matter what sector you're in, big or small, or services, you can definitely take a booth and showcase what you have to offer. In 2023, we had exhibitors from over 70 countries. If you're looking at exporting your product, or you're looking for distributors, or meeting like-minded businesses and ensuring you take your business to the next level, this is definitely for you. It's very simple to take part. All you need to do is book your stand, showcase your goods and services, and have access to over 800 buyers looking for products and services in Africa. We also have specialized sectors for the creative industry as well as the auto. We had success stories from small businesses to large businesses that have attended. I can share a lot of our success stories with you afterwards. I'll put my email in the chat. Or you may participate as a sponsor and join us as making IATF a success. This opportunity to showcase your brand, engage with audiences from over 140 countries. We have various levels of sponsorship. You can gain valuable exposure and network with key industry players. So please don't miss this opportunity. If you're interested in sponsorship, I can actually send you a proposal and you can secure your spot. So let's work together and drive this important initiative in Africa. You may also participate as a buyer and unlock a world of opportunities where you can explore over 2,000 exhibitors, showcasing the latest products and also innovation from top corporates in Africa. This is your opportunity to discover exclusive offering, connect directly with industry leaders, and enhance your buying experience like never before. Register. Don't miss this opportunity to find a perfect solution for your needs. You may go onto our website, intraafricatradeffair.com. There is a link for you to register to be a buyer, an exhibitor, or just a visitor if you wish. And this will actually be part of the incredible, it will elevate your power, your purchasing power, sorry. If you cannot make it physically as a company to Algeria, you may purchase a virtual booth. The virtual booth still gives you the same opportunity to be part of the event. We will also share with you all the rates and the opportunity of our virtual booth. Or maybe you just want to attend and participate as a visitor or delegate, which is also free. Go onto our website right now and register and join us for an unparalleled experience where innovation meets opportunity. As a visitor, you're going to explore over 2,000 exhibitors showcasing the latest products, trends in the industry. You can engage and participate in insightful sessions and workshops led by industry leaders, or you can just connect and network with key decision makers, fellow professionals, and thought leaders. So I tell you, I recommend that you just don't miss this opportunity to gain valuable insight and make meaningful connections. Please go onto our website and register before our registration closes and secure your participation. You may also just stay connected with us and join the conversation and follow us on our social media channels. We've got all the latest updates of what is happening and exclusive content. We're launching the program right now on our social media channels. You'd be able to see who's attending, who's coming, and we've got a real good packed, mixed audience coming in terms of thought leadership, in terms of creative, in terms of auto. There's just so much you can learn. And we've also got AfSNET, the pavilions that are there for you to join in. I think this is such an opportunity that you cannot miss. Straight after the webinar, we will send you detailed information in terms of the rates. We will send you detailed information in terms of the sponsorship. We'll send you detailed information of the buyer link, so you can actually ensure that you are not missing this opportunity. But right now, I will post the registration link in the chat. Please go onto our website, register, and be part of IATF. And we really look forward to welcoming you to Algiers, Algeria from the 4th to the 10th September. Thank you very much. Over to you, Matimba.
Thank you so much, Janice. Thank you, CF. It's not a marketplace, but potential to thousands of global stakeholders in IATF and the opportunities it offers. So our next speaker is Ms. Matimba Changala. Matimba is a manager for the Trade Facilitation Masters International Trade Policy and Trade Law, and a wealth of experience in both the private sector and government. Ms. Changala, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Just confirm you can see my slides.
Not yet, we can see you as your slides. Yeah, we see your slides now.
Okay. So good morning, everybody, once more. So my name, as introduced, is Matimba Changala. So I'll just take you through the African Sub-Sovereign Governments Network Initiative. So the AfSNET initiative was established in 2021 by Afreximbank, and it was established as a vehicle for promoting intra-Africa trade, investment, industrialization at the sub-sovereign level. And our main objective is really to promote trade and investment, educational, as well as cultural exchanges, and effective and active engagement among sub-sovereigns in the context of the African Continental Free Trade Area. And in our definition of a sub-sovereign government, it includes sub-sovereign governments that have a division of a sub-sovereign state, so a region, a state, a local municipality, or a local authority that has delineated governance and powers within which they operate. So the objectives of the initiative include, among others, to provide a platform for strengthening sub-sovereign governance. Also, we promote public and private sector collaboration. We support capacity building and peer learning initiatives. We recently just had a training session for the sub-sovereigns in Nigeria last month, as an example. We also foster deeper regional integration and the implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area. We also use it as a platform to promote some of the bank's products and initiatives that are suitable to sub-sovereigns, to regionals, to subnationals, as well as local governments on the African continent. And these will include things such as our BAS program, our SME program. We have an how to export training initiative that we do. We also have an engineer, procure, construct, and engineer initiative, amongst others, that we promote with the sub-sovereigns. We also use this as a platform to promote the bank's Africa Direct Investment. And what that generally means is we promote African countries investing in other African countries. So we use this as a platform to bring some of what we call the intra-African trade champions, who are mostly also the bank's clients. So some of the multinational corporates on the African continent, we support them and encourage them to invest in local governments in Africa and African sub-sovereigns. It's also a think tank, a center of excellency for trade and investment matters at the subnational levels. We also do matchmaking with investors, so not only the ones that I highlighted from the African continent, but we would also do matchmaking and twinning with investors from outside the continent. Mr. Monchuno highlighted that some of the challenges in the sub-sovereigns, as well as the local governments, include infrastructure. The idea of this initiative is also to try and address some of those infrastructure challenges. We also use it as a platform for peer-to-peer learning, so a platform called Collaboration. How can a sub-sovereign in South Africa collaborate with one in Kenya? What are some of those good initiatives that are being implemented in one sub-sovereign that could be replicated in another? We also use it, as highlighted by other speakers, to support the bankable investment opportunities in the specific sub-sovereigns. So we encourage all of you to submit your investment opportunities, your investment projects, so that we can match them to investors and potential financiers. We actually have a form that we will circulate after the call that you can fill in and submit your AfSNET, your investment deals, so that we can look at them and advise on how best we can support you. Just to give an overview, since the inception of the initiative in 2021, we've had about 4 conferences. The one that we're holding at the IATF will be the 5th edition. The first one was in KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa, in Durban, on the sidelines of the Intra-Africa Trade Fair. And we had over 80 delegates from 6 African sub-sovereign governments. And among the resolutions of that conference was, first conference was to hold annual investment conferences, support peer learning, basically the objectives that I just highlighted earlier. The second conference was held in Abuja, Nigeria, and we had over 150 delegates. It was graced by the head of state, and also in attendance, we had over 40 governors from 10 countries. And from there, I think some of the major outcomes is we engaged in a collaboration with the United Cities and Local Governments Associates and the Nigerian governors and some of the sub-sovereign associations on the African continent. Last year, in November 2020, in 2023, we were in Cairo, Egypt, on the sidelines of the Intra-Africa Trade Fair. And we had over 33 governors from different African countries participating in the conference, and over 1.5 billion was closed during the session. And the last conference that we had was in Kisumu, Kenya last year. We were hosted by the governor of Kisumu County, Professor Peter Anyang' Nyong'o, and we had almost 1,000 delegates participate in that conference from 21 countries. We had 27 governors, 16 mayors, and 5 ministers attend. And we had a keynote address from His Excellency, Dr. William Ruto. And in addition to the conference, we had a dedicated capacity building session where we trained African sub-sovereigns, African local governments, mayors on investment promotion and attraction. And this conference generated about 1.7 billion in trade and investment deals. And also we signed an agreement on the sidelines of this conference worth 40 million for Med Aditas pharmaceutical plant in Kenya. Just to highlight that now, as said by most of my colleagues, we are now encouraging you or calling upon you to participate in the 5th AfSNET Investment Conference. So we're having it on the 6th of September. So it'll be part of the Intra-Africa Trade Fair program, which is running from the 4th to the 10th of September. And on the 5th, we'll have the investment conference. The advantage is that you participate in this conference, but also are able to participate in the other verticals and other sessions that take place at the trade fair. So that is the advantage of joining this conference at the Intra-African Trade Fair. The other advantage is that you can also take up a booth and be able to showcase your products and services that are coming from your specific locality, municipality at this conference. So it's basically, in terms of our program, it's going to be an in-person event. We'll have a deal room, we'll have speeches and high-level discussions. So far, we have about 35 governors that are confirmed to participate. We have some sub-sovereign governments that have confirmed to take part in our exhibition. For instance, we have KwaZulu-Natal and Limpopo province that are going to have dedicated booths at the trade fair. We are also expecting other governors from Africa and the rest of the continent to be part of this conference and to discuss and bring forth their deals and investment projects. And specifically, we are inviting investors. We're also inviting financiers to this investment forum. So in conclusion, just to highlight and call upon all of you to participate at the AfSNET Investment Conference, my colleague Janice just highlighted that she'll be sharing the registration link in the chat. Kindly register to participate. You can also take up an exhibition. We also have sponsorship opportunities, and there are other verticals of the trade fair that you can participate in, such as the buyers program, the auto show. We have a diaspora day for our diaspora all these are other events and activities that can benefit your municipality or locality that we would encourage you to join. On that note, thank you very, very much, and we look forward to seeing you all in Algeria, from the 4th to the 10th of September. Thank you. Over to my co-moderator, Cynthia. Okay. If Cynthia is still having challenges, I think at this juncture, Mr. Moncho, I think we can open it for questions, comments, and additions from the attendees of this conference. So we are welcoming questions. You can either post them on the chat, and I think you can also open the mic and ask the specific questions. I'm hoping that the mics can be open for our participants to be able to ask questions.
Thank you, Matimba, for showing us how AfSNET is a powerful catalyst for local governments to be funded an actionable project. Farai, can you confirm if our participants can open up their mics? Otherwise, we could make use of the question and answer box to post your questions and to be answered concurrently.
Yeah, they can raise their hand and I'll unmute. I'll proceed to unmute them.
Okay, so colleagues, the floor is now open for questions and answers. So whoever has a question, just raise your hands and you'll be unmuted to ask your question. However, we can also make use of the question and answer box as well to type out your questions and to be answered while we have the speakers here. Let's know also if you're expressing any difficulties in doing that. I will try to assist, because for now, I don't see any questions in the chat box or the question and answer box. So I don't know if to take silence as we all understood the presentations and the crux of the message, which is invitation to participate at the IATF, at the AfSNET conference in IATF. Excuse my background noise, which is invitation to the IATF to attend the AfSNET, bringing your provinces to the fore. For those who also want to meet and net network, our colleagues have outlined. Our lines are available in case you have any way of reaching us as well. You can also go through him, or you can write to us directly. If there is no other question, we thank you for the time. We've had an inspiring session today. On behalf of Afrexim Bank and SALGA, thank you. We thank our speakers, Mr. Gilmore Zanamwe, Mr. Mchunu, Ms. Janice Costa, and Ms. Matimba Changala for their valuable insights. And we also thank all participants for their engagements. Register for IATF projects that are available in your various municipalities in order to take advantage of the exhibition and pavilion ready and on standby to assist you with visas, customs clearance, and all your travel logistics arrangements. We look forward to seeing you in Algiers, 4th to 10th September, and to welcoming you again at AfSNET. Thank you. I don't know if anyone has anything else to say. Otherwise, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Collis. Thank you, Mr. Munchu. Thank you, all the speakers.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.